Is it me? No, it's you.
No, you.
All right, what are we working on now, Sedge?
Okay, so I broke this table up, and in a previous video, the one we just shot, okay, same t-shirts, okay, you were working with 40 grit here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and here you work with 80. And you'll feel the difference. Feel that's a little bit smoother.
Yep.
Okay, but you can remove a lot quicker with this. Okay, now, when I started out, I said, hey, do it here, and I said, do a little bit more over here. But there's a lot of technique to sanding. Okay, and a few of you out there have asked us, hey, can you do a little bit more about technique of sanding? So we chose between in previous videos, 5-inch versus 6-inch, or 125 versus 150.
Yep. We
chose the right grit for this application. Okay, but I want to teach you a little bit about sanding technique so we have a dead flat surface. Okay, now what we're doing here in this video is we're going to remove the stain and top coat. You'll see all the scratches in here. Yes, this lived in my house for many, many eons down in Florida. I brought it up here, and I always like to repurpose wood. You can see us, we're going to have a whole thing on reclaiming wood. So, in saying that, a couple of things about technique. I saw you starting the sander out here. You're a lot larger than I am, taller, okay? You have a bigger reach, okay? Now, when you're using a Rotex sander, I like to hold it back here because I'm keeping the pad flat. It's in the Rotex mode. It's very, very aggressive, okay? If I started going like this, this becomes a wheel and takes me out. So much so, you'll see how I broke this up in quadrants. Okay, I'm kind of a little bit shorter than you. Okay, if I start to reach with this, and sometimes I'll take the hose and the cord and put it up here. I start to reach, look.
You come off the table.
You rotate your piece and you stay in a comfortable. Okay, now I'm gonna sand this area right here. I got 40 grit on there. I use the process in my head. Sanding is methodical. If we stayed right here, you could take your hand and you'll create dips. Okay, so what I do is I like to break things up in areas, and when I say methodical, I go back and forth, to and fro. Okay, but I also will finish off with 68-inch circles motion. Okay, that way there I don't get any wedge cross hatching. Okay, so I'll sand this area, you sand that area, and I'll coach you as you're doing it.
All right.
Okay, always start the sander on the material, and when you're finished, you take it off and turn it off. That helps you eliminate swirl marks. So I'll start it up.
Always keeping that pad flat.
Okay, I did this side just like this. And you just see how I did that. I didn't rush it, I went steady. Now, if I still had some finish on here, which I'll inspect it in a few, I would go back and do the same process. Always remembering how many patterns I did. Okay, if I did a back and forth, to and fro, 16-inch circles, twice, I would do twice over here. That way there, and when you start over here, maybe you overlap a little bit more, this will come out dead flat. Okay, I've done it quite a few times like this, it works, but you have to repeat here as well. Okay, and then it's simple. After we're done with 40 here, 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 and here, we just do 60, but 60 will be a lot quicker. Okay, and the other thing I didn't show you, and you cameraman, come in here, Chris, and check this out. This is why you use dust extraction. We don't have any dust floating here, okay? But the beauty of it is, look at that. There's especially with this paper granite, there's very little clogging, and just let's make it happen on this side.
All right, let's do it.
I'll coach you as you do it.
Okay.
we'll start like this. Feel this. Okay, now feel that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's the other thing, and this is how we'll wrap this up. A lot of people have asked, when do I change a grit? I always say, well, I always have whatever I'm using. This is 40 grit. I have a brand new one off this side, and I feel it. This is worn down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it brings back a long time ago. I was sanding with 80 grit on something. I was using it for about 45 minutes. My boss came over and said, dude, you're costing me time. Put a new piece of 80 grit on there and continue, because it's worn down, it's broken down. So we're going to change the grit, and let's do a little bit of review as we do this. Remember, you just find 2 holes, boom, boom, and you're good to go. And the other thing is, you'll understand as we finish this up today, we're going to wrap this segment up. It's all about being methodical with your technique. And feel this right now. Okay, you'll see how it's dead flat. Yes, we use the hard pad to keep our pad flat on there, but it's really easy to do once you understand. You know, you don't have to look at anything. Stand with an upright posture, keeping the sander and that pad flat. Don't let it become a wheel, and you will get, because you'll gouge really quick, especially with the Rotex sander. Okay, so there you go. And as we always wrap these up,
Be positive.
stay sharp.